Afternoon, everybody. I always say that, don't I? Good afternoon. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is where you are in this part of the world. As you might have guessed, it's afternoon where I am. In fact, it's 10 to 1. It's a Saturday. I'm in between lessons. I thought better do a little review for you good folks out there. Just recently taken on Titleist in my golf academy here. At the moment, I fit for Ping and Mizuno. And I thought the only other golf company which I'm missing at the moment, which I think is making some great product out there, is Titleist. So I've just started off with the 915 range. I've got drivers, I've got hybrids, and I've got fairways. And what I've got in my mitts today, sure I need to go to the opticians, is a D2. This is a 915 D2. Now, let me tell you a little bit more about it, because we've got two different heads on the 915. We've got a D2, we've got a D3. I've already done a review on a D3, and I must admit at the time I didn't know that much about the clubs, so I've got a lot more information on how these clubs are working and a bit more of the technology behind them. So D2, this one, is the bigger version. This is a 460cc head. The 915 D3 is a 440, okay. We've both got this sort of classic Titleist pear shape, which we all know so well in the 9 series. You know, they've been making some very classy clubs for a long time with Titleist. So it's 460. This is going to give you a higher launch and more dynamic face closure, which is a bit of marketing speak for trying to get the club face to shut down a little bit, not to open as much, to get rid of the potential power fade, shall we say. Some big technology in here. We've got what we call the active recoil channel. Now you can see the active recoil channel here. This is the active recoil channel, okay. And what that does is it flexes at impact to launch the ball with higher ball speed and lower spin. So it's actually flexing and I guess shooting the ball off there a little bit faster, which is a clever innovation, isn't it? And companies like Titleist, you know, they're a bit like Ping in terms of what they do. They don't just do things on a whim. You know, this is well proven. There's a lot of science gone behind this golf club. So we've got the active recoil channel. We've also got the radial speed face. Radial speed face even, is a high speed face insert. So we can't actually see it, but there's an insert, you know, which has gone into the face here. And what's happening is, on the high speed face insert, it's got a thick center, so it's a little bit thicker in the middle, and it gets progressively thinner on the outside. Thin perimeter in the heel and toe, and this is to give you more distance on the off-centre hits. So, you know, let's say you're striking one a little bit out of the heel here, a little bit, I'll pull the club up so you can see it, a little bit necky or a little bit toey. Okay, you're going to get away with those and get a little bit more distance off these off-centre hits. So, a lot of technology going into this club. We've got the Sure Fit Tour hosel, so we can take this out. We've got the key to take it out. We've got 16 different settings in here. We can change loft, we can change lie, we can change face angles, we can do all sorts of stuff. And we've also got 6 shaft options. Now, Titleist used the real deal in shafts. They are using very high quality tour performance shafts. In this one I've got a Diamana, however you pronounce it. That's made by Mitsubishi. And this is the red, this is Diamana red. And this is a 50 gram shaft. You can use Diamana white, you can use Diamana blues, there are different weights, different kick points, different torques. It's also available the Aldila Rogue in black, which is a 70 gram shaft, Aldila Rogue in silver. So there are lots of good shaft options, and you really need to get to a fitting centre, like me, where you can try different shaft combinations. Now, that's the Titleist 915 D2. Now, at this stage, what normally happens is I'm going to hit some golf balls, or I've maybe recorded a really good shot and I'm going to show off and say how good it is. Thought we'd do something different today. Thought what I'd do is try and make some swings which are a little bit more realistic to, let's say, a handicapped golfer. Now, on paper, I'm a professional, but I'm not a playing professional, and I don't profess to be playing off +2 or +3. So I'm not going to use my swing. I'm going to use my swing today, but I'm going to change my swing speeds to maybe simulate sort of 90 miles an hour club speed, you know, which for a lot of golfers is their average club speed, and see what sort of numbers we get back off this. So rather than me trying to smash it as hard as I can and say, oh, look at that, I've hit it 298 yards, let's be a little bit more realistic today. Let's see what this driver will do for some more average swing speeds. So I'm just going to hit some. You know, this hasn't been pre-recorded. There might be some good swings, some bad swings. I might hit a couple necky, I might hit a couple at the toe. I just want to see what this driver does. So I'm going to try and swing this driver at round about 90 miles an hour. I've got it set to 10.5 loft. I've got it in the A1 settings. It's all pretty standard. It's not closed, it's not open. So I'm just going to try and see if I can put 90 miles an hour-ish on this driver and see what numbers we get, see what it does. So there it goes. 90 miles an hour-ish. Bad, hit the fairway, that's a good start. Not quite sure what the club speed will be on it. It felt around about 92, 93. See what we've got. Let's bring up some numbers. A little bit faster than I was hoping for. That's moved at 95 miles an hour. I'll try and hit one a bit slower in a minute. But we've got some pretty good launch conditions here. I've got a 12-degree launch. I've got 95 miles an hour club speed. I've got the spin rate down on the 3,000, 2,950. I've carried it just under 230 and it's run out to 250-ish, depending on ground conditions. So, you know, for a lot of folks out there, 95 miles an hour of a driver is realistic. You can see I've got quite a nice high ball flight, and as we discovered earlier, this club is designed to sort of close a little bit. So, no surprise, I've hit a little bit of a draw. So, let's hit another one. Let's see if I can slow this swing. This is hard, folks, slowing the swing down. I'm just going to see if I can give this one a little less effort on the way through and see what happens. Okay, this is a good one to look at. That was a bit necky. I'll show you exactly where I've hit that. The strike is right there in the toe, in the heel of the club. So I've necked that one a little bit. Not a great strike. A little bit of a lower ball flight because I've necked it a bit. What have we got out of it? Ah, this is better. So, 86.5 miles an hour club speed. 9.5 degree launch. Still carried it 197. So I'm around about the 200 yard carry, running out to about 225, 230. So again, a lot of people that I teach, they're coming in at round about 85, 86 miles an hour club speed, and you know, they wouldn't be too unhappy to carry the ball 200 yards, 210, so that wasn't a particularly good strike, so I probably lost a little bit of yardage. So, you know, we're getting some different numbers here. Right, so I've had one at sort of 95, I've had one down at 86, I'm now going to smash one. It's a good technical term, isn't it? I think I'm going to struggle for this one not to go left. I've only got a regular flex in here, and this club is set up to draw a bit, which is everything I don't want really in a club. So I'm going to try and start it up the right. I have no idea where this is going, so let's see. Oh, that's horrible. Just came right out of that, blocked it out to the right. Not too bad. I tell you, for an awful golf swing, that has actually held up quite well. I wouldn't be unhappy with that on the golf course. I got the club trapped behind me. Let's talk about what happened in the swing there. I got trapped in here, couldn't release it. But it's done alright, hasn't it? Let's see one more. That one's a little bit out the toe. Trying to draw back, but it hasn't, and it's going to finish in that bunker. Oh. But again, caught that right out the toe. Okay, high toe hit that one. And that one still carried 240. So a good demonstration on his last couple of shots of missed striking. Now I didn't have to try too hard to do that. Did you notice? So there we go. What do I think of this driver? I think for someone who hits the ball quite hard and wants something which will fly a bit low with a little less spin on it, then I would say D3 is probably the one to look at. The 440cc head, slightly lower spinning. Someone who wants a little bit of help with the driver, maybe suffers with a little bit of a fade, bit of a cut, want something that's going to launch it high and keep it straighter, this is definitely an option. Now, don't be fooled. People tend to pigeonhole Titleist drivers into, oh, it's a good players club that you've got to be a low single figure player to use one of these. Certainly not this one. This is a club for everybody. If you get the right shaft in it, the right setting, you know, anyone can hit this driver. It's a very friendly driver, so don't be fooled by it. So, good, I like that. I'm going to do some reviews on the fairway woods and do some reviews on the hybrids. So there we have it, 915D2, classy bit of kit. Go and give it a whack. Thanks for watching. Post your comments down below. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I'll be back soon. Bye.